What is up, you guys? So I thought that we'd talk about Mission Church because it's been in my mind for quite some time now, and I thought, hey, let's just, go over this, talk about it. I mean, we all know it's a horrible church. We all know it teaches kids to hate one another, teaches pretty much everyone to hate one another. And since tonight, at CUSD, which is Carlsbad Unified School District board meeting tonight, which I'm going with one of my friends who's taking me, and us and a bunch of others. We're pretty sure that the Mission Church people are going to show up again and obviously speak against it again. The diversity, equity, and inclusion plan into all Carlsbad schools. So let's go over this. Let's just see what it's all about. So the location of Mission Church, let's just go over that real quick here. So where Mission Church is located at right here. I had no idea that's where this is. Let me tell you guys a little something here real quick. I apparently used to go to this church once in a while with a family member, not knowing at the time that this church was all about hatred and bigotry. Now that I know that, I'm glad I don't go anymore, actually. Um, I only went with me and my family member only went um because it's a church, right? And you would think that churches are not like, they shouldn't be so hateful and you know not knowing at the time that everything they talk about is all lies, it's all hate, it's all bigotry. Now knowing that, it's kind of scary to think about. And again, tonight, uh at tonight's school board meeting, I'm gonna chime in on that a little bit and talk a little bit about Mission Church and explain, look, not knowing at the time, years and years ago, going with the parents to this church. Now that I know where it's located, it's right here. Um, I had no idea. I had no idea. Um, and so I'm gonna talk a little bit about it and be like, hey, not knowing at the time that that we were walking into such hateful environments, hateful and bigotry environments. Um, it's pretty scary. So now what we're gonna do is talk about a little bit here. I just wanted to bring this up because it's very important. I mean, um, so it says here, we care about people, we value relationships, we worship Jesus. I mean, this whole thing is just, so their leadership team is, so this guy right here is somebody that was speaking on the news, quite a few times, outside the school board meeting, that last one's meeting, and talking about how, you know, along the lines of, hey, leave our kids alone, blah, blah, blah. Look, saying that teaching sexual identity and gender identity, leave that to the parents. Don't bring it into our schools. Here's what I want to say. I'm gonna chime in on that real quick. the diversity, equity, and inclusion has nothing to do with teaching our kids about uh what they are saying, you know. It's not all about teaching. It's not teaching kids sex, not teaching kids about gender identity, sexual orientation, blah 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 blah. It's all about teaching love and acceptance of one another and kindness and being able to be kind to one another. And everything that comes out of these people's mouths is ridiculous. So apparently this guy right here is the lead pastor. Then we got JC Cooper, who's associate pastor. We got Kyle Iwazowski, a worship leader. Matthew Carver, a youth director. And look at all these people. JC Cooper is apparently two roles in this same picture here. See how pathetic this is. Mission groups overseer. Because what we've all learned about churches, obviously not the two or three churches out there like Pilgrim Church and two or three others out there that are all about diversity, all about equity, all about inclusion, all about loving one another, all about being kind to one another. However, churches like Mission Church, we hear about so much on the news that we have pastors being arrested for raping kids, and we don't hear that whatsoever from drag queens, from anyone in general, from the LGBTQ community. So with that being said, I mean, for these people to say, oh, leave our kids alone, we don't need this in our schools, teaching your kid about sexual orientation and gender identity, leave that, to the parents to teach them about that. I mean, come on. That's not what this plant is all about. It's all about teaching your kids to love one another, to accept one another, to be kind to one another, and not to hate on each other and not bully each other. So I am speaking now because as far as on my channel, on my new main channel, that Carlos Baccaris group, they've got to stop mass reporting my videos. Just stop reporting my videos and my channels in general. I'm done. Anyways, so I thought I'd speak now on here before, like hours before, because so that way I'm not like freaking out about if there's like, if there's so many of us to speak yet again, like 50 of us speaking again on this issue. And we're only going to get like a minute to speak. So the more I thought about it, for me personally, for tonight, it's been boggling my mind trying to write my speech. And I'm just going to read to you guys what I have so far, basically. But again, I am just going to maybe just say this and just keep it plain and simple. If this is like, if we only get 1 minute to speak, fine. There's like 50 of us again, or close to 50 of us again, from last month speaking. I am just going to say this, look, dear Carlsbad Unified School District, my name is Austin, and I've lived here all my life and went to Pacific Elementary School from kindergarten to third grade twice. that DEI is important because it teaches kids to be kind to one another, while People for Mission Church teaches kids to hate one another. CUSD, do the right thing and vote yes on adding diversity, equity, and inclusion to all Carlsbad schools. Thank you. So the more I thought about it, look, I mean, I've been trying to figure out what to say for the past couple of days, and I still can't figure out what to write. So if that's all I say, that's all I say. So that's why when on here I can talk as much as I want, and I don't have to like freak out about time limits. So if we only get 1 minute to speak, that's fine. I don't care. I just want to be prepared for it and talk now because I feel like it's important if I talk now than talk later. Um, so that way, any of you that are watching this, you guys are watching this video now versus watching it afterwards because I need this to happen in all schools. And the reason why I went to Carlsbad school for like, I'll say like 4 years, right? 4 years, kindergarten to third grade twice, just because Dad did all the homework and schoolwork for me because my handwriting was so bad. That's why. And then afterwards, the second time, third grade, fourth grade, fourth grade to what grade? I don't even remember. I went to, I think it was La Paloma, Live Oak Elementary, Live Oak Middle, Live Oak Middle School, La Paloma Elementary School in Fallbrook. From when I was 9 years old to 11 and a half years old. That was because my brain was, we found out when I was originally supposed to start fourth grade, there was like something like mentally wrong with my brain as far as, am I autistic, am I bipolar, that kind of thing. So I have bounced around different school. So that's what I'm telling you guys now. I don't want to go on a full spiel of my life story. I only sort of do that at Carlsbad City Council meetings. But as far as, school board meetings, I really don't want to get into my whole life story here. So that's what I'm telling you guys now. But yeah, but I am gonna jump on that train of telling people, the board and everyone else, that part of my life. But anyway, so all these people are just, quite honestly, I mean, so let's see, these people, let's see, pastor, remember doctrine and beliefs. So it talks about God, Jesus Christ, Holy Spirit, scriptures, man's salvation, heaven, hell, the return of Christ, church, missions. The list just goes on and on and on. Creation, evolution, and God's sovereignty, spiritual welfare. I mean, let's just watch these videos and see what they talk about, shall we? I'm interested. I'm curious.
Welcome to the Mission Church. We're glad you're here. We're excited to be celebrating our new home here in the heart of Carlsbad. We value relationships and we care deeply about people. This is a place for all of us to do life together.
Okay, let's just stop right there real quick. So they say they care about people. If they so cared about people, then they would then basically say yes to for the board of trustees to vote yes on the diversity, equity, and inclusion plan to be implemented in all Carlsbad schools. Um, I am so confused. Let's go and watch. Let's go from right to left here. Let's watch her video.
My family and I moved here from out of state about a year ago, and we left a church that we love. I have 6 children, so it was a rough move. And the mission church was just a safe, soft place for us to land. My children were immediately involved in youth group and the middle school group. Nathan and Newbie, the leaders, made them feel welcome and loved. And when we first moved here, my husband was working almost every day, very long hours. And so because of the move.
So claiming the mission church is considered to be a soft, safe place. Okay, well, if it's such a safe place and such a soft place, then why is there so much hatred and bigotry revolving around that church? Why is there pretty much the entire, entire church basically, it's the leaders, pastors, what have you, and members showing up at, you know, at meetings and saying that, like last month, for instance, at the school board meeting for the diverse equity and inclusion plan, they all voted no. They're saying, oh, it's to teach kids about sex, and we're not keep that out of schools. I mean, to be honest with you, like all of us are gonna say it about a million times a day, and also a million times, so to speak, tonight as well. And I'm gonna say it right now, and I'm gonna continue to say it. Um, Look, the diversity, equity, and inclusion plan is all about teaching kids to be kind, to understand one another, whether it be they're part of the LGBT community, whether they're, they're accepting whether, they're person of color, person of descent, a person of disability, what have you. So it's to teach other kids who are not like that, who are not LGBT, kids that are not people of color, kids that are not, descent, kids that are not, disability, to understand and accept and be kind and actually be friends with people in those groups of categories. Let's say we're all a category, but I don't know. Anyway, so it's to teach those kids that are not those things, so to speak, to be kind to those that are, if that makes any sense. Now, that's what we're all trying to get across here, because, I am not understanding. I don't think any of us that are saying yes, saying, hey, look, do the right thing, Carl's Unified School District, say yes to this, because, it's so wrong for a church. I hate when all of us actually hate it when churches like Mission Church, they say one thing like in their videos. It's like so far with these 2 videos, which we're gonna watch this video, then we're gonna watch this video, and then I think this is the video that's about the church, if I'm not mistaken. But I hate it when churches like Mission Church, when they say on their video in their videos, yeah, we're a place of love, we're a place of acceptance, we're a place of, this. But in reality, when they show up to speak at a school board meeting or a city council meeting, and they talk about how, oh, this is not okay, leave our kids out of this, blah 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 blah, leave it up to the kids, talk about being LGBT, leave it up to the kids, talk about being a person of color, leave it up to the kids to be a person of, descent, leave it up to the kid, leave it up to the parents to do this, that, blah, blah. It's not the school's responsibility, it's the parents' responsibility. But they're so two-faced in that sense, because they say one thing in their videos, but then they go behind everyone's backs, so to speak, right? And then say another thing when they're in person, like when you see them face to face, and it's quite disturbing if you ask me. So now we're gonna watch Alex's video and then watch Rob and Rachel's video, and then I think this video about the church, probably same video here. But anyways, we'll check after this video.
Hi, I'm Alec Maccabee, and the Mission Church had a large impact on my life and my walk with Christ. I got introduced to the youth group, to the Mission High School group, and I loved every second of it. I got to experience pure joy, and I realized that I really needed to make Jesus the Lord and Savior of my life to find joy and full completeness. And from that point on, I joined Nathan's discipleship group. I've been going to church on Sundays, and I decided to get baptized through the Mission Church, and it's a great church.
See, what's really frustrating here is that they're with so far what Amy and what Alec are not saying, and I'm pretty sure, what Rob and Rachel are not going to say as well. And what they are saying is, oh, Mission Church is a great church, but and what they're not saying is, oh, they're lying. They say what the church basically isn't, right, so to speak. And then, but they're not saying the truth of what it really is, and they leave that behind. And why, we don't know. But as of tonight, I am going to mention, hey, look, Mission Church is a place about hate and bigotry. And if you want to go to a church and you want to be part of a church that's all about love, all about inclusivity, all about acceptance, all about being kind to one another, I recommend Pilgrim Church as one of them, because sadly, Pilgrim Church, I think 2 or 3 others that I'm aware of, which I think there's like 4 churches that march in the San Diego Pride Parade. And, they're about like the only churches out of, I think, about 100 or so churches here in Carlsbad, or out of a few hundred here in North County. They're all about love and acceptance, while the rest of them are like Mission Church, and they're about hate and bigotry, and really don't care about you. They're all in it for the money. They're all in it to spew their hate and lies, and bigotry. And after marching with Pilgrim Church this year at San Diego Pride, quite honestly, I'm gonna make it my mission actually to join Pilgrim Church. Because I know that a few people, like Joey and like Nikki, who are a part of our center, but also are part of a huge part of the Pilgrim Church. And I've always wondered why they don't march with us. I'm like, oh, they march with either their other group, Pilgrim Church. So marching with them really opened my eyes, and was like, hey, I need to start going to church again. And 2, Pilgrim Church is about one of, I would say, 2 or 3 or 4 maybe, out of 100 or so churches that are all about love, all about unity, all about acceptance, all about actually, being kind to one another, and don't do anything that Mission Church does. So Pilgrim Church is all about love and acceptance. Mission, however, is not. Um, and so if you're gonna join a church, go to Pilgrim Church because they're all about love, they're all about acceptance, they're all about being kind to one another. And so yeah, I really, really enjoyed, you know, being able to, me and Cal being able to march with them this year. Um and now I see why, Nikki and Joey march with them every single year because they're super kind, they're amazing, they're wonderful, they're just all about love and all about acceptance. And yeah, so let's go ahead and watch let's go and watch Rob and Rachel's video.
Hi, I'm Rachel Ramich. This is my husband, Rob.
We got pregnant out of wedlock and got married, and I brought all of my baggage from my life into that marriage. I don't know if I would be here in this position without the people that were put in my life through the church, the leadership that I was able to seek advice from and seek counsel. And the church is part of my family.
I don't even know what to say about that, quite honestly. I'm not even gonna continue to press play because every time they speak, it's just complete nonsense.
Welcome to the Mission Church.
Yep, it's the same video. I mean, basically, Mission Church is just all about, let's just watch this video real quick and see what these people have to say about it, and then we'll continue. So they're all about wearing like these lanyards. So one thing that I want to mention real quick is for those of us that are going to be showing up tonight, let's excuse me. I'm not sick or anything. It's just I have asthma, and allergies. But anyway, so for those that are going to be showing up tonight, let's not be surprised or shocked in any way, shape, or form that these disgusting people are going to wear those same lanyards from last month. So let's go ahead and I'm going to go through my phone here, my main phone. I think that's only one of the two that I took with me. And we're gonna go through it real quick here, and I'm gonna remind you guys what it says in those lanyards. Not this, but something else. Actually, I deleted. Hold on. Okay, so Patricia Amador. Who's somebody who is part of the Carlsbad Cares group now. Saying Days of Confused, saying SMH. Okay, good for you. Okay, so these lanyards say 100% transparency with parents, no sexual ideology, teach science, math, etc. Vote no on DEIB. So with this post, I wrote with a arrow pointing to this guy, saying this guy went up to podium and literally said, I request a decline to comment. And I also said, if he wanted to speak, what the hell was that? He is one of the disgusting people in the room tonight that are wearing badges that say this and read the one that's on that lady's shirt. There are so many people wearing those tonight, and it's disgusting. Trisha Amador, no, you are not. I am going to block you. No. Let me just remind you what Patricia Amador is all about. Let me just remind you what she's all about, shall we? So, Patricia Amador, really quickly here, I want to talk about real quick. So, Patricia Amador is somebody who just remind y'all who she is, and I'll show you guys right now. Sorry, I'm just going through the post. So here we go, right here. So Patricia Amador writing to Carlsbad Cares, writing, thank you for the info. I'll keep an eye out for the drival. It's petty crap anyway. And then also writing, my favorite quote, never engage in a battle of wits with an unarmed person. I think I previously shared this with you. Some things never change. Does it live in Carlsbad? And then sharing a picture saying, with Carlsbad Cares, whoever it is, Larry Posner or someone else, apparently showed up at the meeting on July 11th, writing, and it sits by Shirley in this photo. And then Patricia Amador writing, thank you. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Disgusting. Calling me an it is what that person likes to do. Calling me an it, as well as many other things. So, I mean, good for these people. They're at a Padres game. I mean, if you really are all about church, why isn't this photo? Why are these people at a baseball game? Why is the picture at a baseball game? Are they talking about God and Jesus and hating one another? Or are they talking about baseball? That's how disgusting these people are. Yeah, okay, sure. We care about people. We value relationships. We worship Jesus. Sure, okay. Good for you. I mean, all these people are absolutely disgusting. And yeah, I mean, that's all I gotta say right now. We'll go over how awesome Pilgrim Church is in the next video.